I have a massive problem. My PS2's disk drive is really slow. So, I'm gonna open her up and fix the drive. And I'm taking you on the adventure with me. Let's get started. I know everyone's gonna want to hear it, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Now that I've shown you it starting up, I'll actually make the video now. So, the reason why the disk drive the disk drive works, it's just really, really slow. It takes, I don't know, 3 minutes to read a disc, which is a very long time for a PS2 game. Usually, PS2s start up their games, like, I don't know, immediately. So, that's what we're going to be tackling today, is that issue. So, I will now demonstrate the ridiculous amount of loading time this thing takes to read a disc. I should get a stopwatch. I'll be back in a second. I now have this amazing stopwatch. You can barely see it, but we'll use it anyway. And I will now show you how long it takes for the PS2 to load a game. I'll be back in a few minutes. See how long that took? I'm gonna stop this before it freaking screams at me. But you get the idea. It takes forever. That took, what, 3.5 minutes to start? We're gonna fix that with some opening the console, so I will be back once I have the console on my workbench. Hello, welcome to my workstation. It's also called this random table that I have down here. I'm just gonna drop everything real quick. And, yeah, I have a YouTube video I'm gonna watch. It's on this YouTube channel called Fantastic Quack, PS2 disc read error solution, no replacement parts. Exactly what I want. I want to spend $0 doing this. So that's what I'm doing. I may go grab my Windows computer or my MacBook because this is running really, really badly. Like, really, really badly. So yeah. Screw that. Where is my MacBook? Thought it'd be a good idea to use this computer. It's just too damn slow, so we're using my MacBook, which can actually work. And the computer has no speakers either, so that's fine.
This PS2 has some problems.
I'm gonna follow this YouTube tutorial and I'll voice over how to open this thing. I guess I can start by, to open it, need to get rid of, there's a sticker on the back that says if you take off the sticker, it'll void the warranty. Remove the sticker and void your warranty. Just do that immediately so you can get it out of the way. But yeah, so I'm gonna take out my handy dandy screwdriver, and I don't know what type of screws it uses. Hi, this is voiceover me talking. You're going to be hearing me a lot, but I ended up taking this entire PS2 apart, and it took me a really long time. So there are actually 6 or 7 screws, or I think there's actually 8 screws. There are 4 long screws and 4 short screws. The 4 short screws go on the short side of the PS2 where it sticks off, and then there's a set of long screws. Then the top of the PS2 should lift up pretty easily and straightforward. Then you have to take 4 screws off of the top of the disk drive, and then the top cover of the disk drive can come right off. I'd recommend getting a cup or something to put everything in. I used the box for the screwdriver, and I also used some pixie cups that hold the screws. Okay, I'm back. I have some little bit of isopropyl alcohol in this little glass bowl, and then I have some Q-tips, and I have every man's favorite lubricant, some plastic PB Blaster. I mean, that was pretty self-explanatory. This is silicone lubricant. I highly recommend this for literally every project that requires lubricant over WD-40. This is a much softer substance over WD-40, so it works better. This is perfect for plastics. It's not as harsh and it won't corrode. WD-40 is super harsh and it will corrode plastic and melt it. The only reason I'm doing this is I'm working near plastic and this is much softer, so if I use too much it won't hurt anything. So I would highly recommend this for literally everyone working on electronics that need lubricant. Just get PB Blaster. I think I bought this at like Lowe's for like 10 bucks or something. And then some isopropyl alcohol. This isn't straight isopropyl alcohol. It's, well, if you live in a family that deals with glasses, like my mom who's an eye doctor, we just have so many bottles of lens solution that you could just use lens solution. It's the same thing. Lens cleaner is isopropyl alcohol but with less contents in it. It works exactly the same. Don't worry, it works. So me and my chipmunk voice decided to clean the laser off just as a first test, and then started to put the PS2 back together. And then I made a pretty big accident. Do that. Look for that power button, which is right here. All I need is the eject button. Keep my face away from the laser. Actually, I can visually look at here. I'll actually... Yeah, that did not go as well as I thought it did. I just basically ended up breaking the power button cable off from the inside of the PS2, and that was not an easy cable to get to. So I decided to spend the next hour trying to get that cable to go back in, and well, I was not very successful. In fact, I accidentally pulled out another ribbon cable that was also not very easy to get to, so I just ended up taking the entire drive out and just cleaning the entire thing completely. Okay, so... I'm a little bit frustrated because all of the ribbon cables ended up coming off, but the most frustrating one was that stupid power LED since I broke the blue tab off of it, so I just took the entire power LED button out. So we're going to move on to the next step, which is cleaning this and doing the potentiometer stuff. I actually already cleaned the head and lubricated the rail, so that's all set now. It's time to adjust the potentiometer since I was able to take the entire drive belt out, which I don't know how I'm supposed to get this ridiculously short wire back in, but we'll see. But I'm gonna go grab my multimeter real quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to adjust the laser power to the laser, and there are going to be 2 screws on the laser board. I'm going to pull freeze frame right about now, and there are 2 screws right here. One is the top is the DVD and one of them is the CD, and I have to adjust each value. So as you can see right here, the ohms was 1500 ohms, which was way too high for this receiver. So I turned the screw counterclockwise to adjust the laser power, and I got it down to around 1000 just as a test source, and here is me trying to put the laser and seeing if it works. FIFA 2001, you're my test subject, and this is a really scratched disc. This disc is, here, let's see if the camera can even pick up how stupidly scratched it is. Can you guys see that? If I ask it to focus on the disc, look how scratched this thing is. This thing's ridiculously scratched, so it'll be a miracle if this thing even works. So let's power it up. I'm gonna open the drive again, now with it put together. I also did clean the pad around it so the disc hopefully won't slip. I basically just used the isopropyl alcohol again. Opens right away. I did grease the rails. It does that thing where it's... Indeed. I probably spent about an hour trying to mess with this drive to get it to spin up correctly on the first go, and I just couldn't get it to do it. I spent so long, and here's another attempt of me trying to get it to spin. I think it's actually trying to read. Yep, there it goes. And since it's an original PS2 game, it should ramp up in a couple seconds. There it goes. Now she's cooking. It's definitely reading the game now. I don't know why it sits there and keeps like trying and trying and trying. Oh, how innocent I was back then, thinking that this would just all work. Little did I know the laser's probably bad. Alright, it's reading it now. I can hear it. Is it gonna spin up? Come on. I want to hear that disk drive spin. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I think I know what screen it's displaying. It's displaying the scary screen. I know that for a fact, because it's just sitting here and spinning. Maybe it's not reading in high speed, I'm not sure. Okay, I have a copy of Madden 2003 with basically almost a perfect disc, so don't question that my PS2 games are only sports games. I don't have that many. I own FIFA 1 through 8, 01 through 08, and Madden 02 and 03. Those are the only games I own. This one has a perfectly clean disc. Almost perfect, actually. It has a couple scratches in it, but this should read. Alright, it's reading it. I think I've come to a conclusion, because I didn't eject it that time. It ejected itself. I think that laser is going bad, because it did not want to read this game. And this disc is god dang almost perfect. There's like a tiny bit of scratches, but this is way better than any other game that I have in my library. So I'm pretty sure that laser is going bad. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put this video on hold for the time being. And I'm going to come back to this when I have a new laser. I'm going to have to research the type of laser that's in this, because this is an older model. I think this is actually an original, because all the models I found online were all 50,000 ones, or like the weird number ones. This is a 30,000 one. I don't see very many of these ones, so I think these ones are a bit more rare than the others. So it actually might be a bad laser. So I'm going to come back to this in a couple weeks. Once I have the new laser, I'm going to be going on vacation for a bit, so you might not see me for a while. And we're going to pick back up on this, because I'm not done. I really want to get this disk drive working. So just from that conclusion, I'm pretty sure that laser is just going bad. So let's cut the video here, and we'll be back eventually, because I'm not done with this. I really want to get this working. Okay, so it's been about a couple days. I ended up ordering that laser, and then Amazon decided to just not ship it. It got to the main warehouse about 20 miles from my house, and then just didn't leave the facility, and my order got canceled, so I had to get my refund. But then, the weirdest thing happened. This has been sitting open for, I don't know, maybe a couple days, just sitting open with the disk drive open, sitting in a resting position. And now guess what? It reads the disk every single time. Every single time the system starts, it reads perfectly. I haven't touched the system for 2 whole days, and now it reads a disk just fine. What is going on right now? I honestly didn't think adjusting the potential... I think it's a fluke. Let's see, what about it being closed? What? I messed with this thing for a week, and it just starts... You just start working? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Maybe it's just this game. This game works now. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm pissed. I'm seriously pissed. I spent so many hours trying to get that stupid laser to read, and now it starts working. What the hell? I'm so upset. I ordered a laser, got canceled, and now it reads everything. EA Sports. It's a completely different game. Before I lose my mind, I haven't put the bottom screws back in that are in, where is that screw case? Yeah, all these. I haven't put all these back together yet because I want to make sure that me powering it off and on didn't change anything. System starts. Great. Awesome. Love it. Tray still opens. Awesome. Love it. That tray doesn't do what every PS2 does, which it just jitters like as it comes out, so that's fixed. This should read immediately. I hear the disc spinning. Yeah. Apparently, changing those potentiometers actually did something. I just had to patiently wait 2 days for it actually to occur. Don't know what that's about, but whatever. I'm putting this thing back together and seeing if it'll work in the upright position, which is how it's supposed to go on my shelf because I don't have enough room, so it has to work in the upright position. If it doesn't work, then this PS2 is going to have to lay down somehow on that shelf because I don't have any other solutions. And it is back in my entertainment center. Let's see if this thing will actually read a disc in the vertical position. Oh, of course. Now it's ready to read a disc. Okay, so off screen, I forgot to record, and I turned it on with the disc in it, and it didn't read the first time, and it went to the home screen. So I'm gonna give it one more try here. I'm gonna make sure the disc reader is set to like fast and stuff real quick, just to make sure. Oh, it paired to it paired to both of the things. I think this may be a lay down PS2 for its life because I can't get it to read on its side, and the GameCube will definitely have to sit on it, so. Yeah, I don't hear it reading. Man! That laser is going bad. I got three good runs out of it before it conked out on me. Well, at least worth a try. Let me rearrange it to see if putting it on its side will make it work better. Okay, so as you can see by that horrific sight that is occurring, yeah, I'm not too impressed. I'm gonna give it a good old smack for maybe good luck. I don't know. We'll see if it reads that way. I doubt it though. If this is a lay down on its side PS2 for most of its life, then well, that's what it'll be, because that's the only way I can get it to consistently read the first time. So let's see. Yeah. I still hear it clicking. I may have to get a laser for it, but I can't find any lasers for cheap, which sucks. It is a pretty scratched disc, but that time it went. Yep. That time it read perfectly. So this may actually be a lay down PS2. Sucks, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Let's try it from a dead stop. I also have to go in and set the clock, because the clock is set to 2000, which is not the correct year and time. So we'll see. I can tell if it's starting correctly or not by just listening. So we'll see. And for dramatic effect, if I do get it to start on the first try, I'll kill the lights in the room. Just for scenic effect. Oh, that light over there is on. Let's see if I can get back without dying and tripping over everything. Here we go. Oh god, it's so dark down here. I can't see anything. I need a flashlight. so I can hear it. Alright, here we go. Yep, it read. This is a laydown PS2. Incredible. Now it's going to start the ridiculously loud game. I can hear that drive. That drive does not sound very healthy. Oh, it's so bright! Please turn it off. Oh, now it's so dark down here. I can't see anything. Oh, Jesus Christ. I tripped. I sort of fixed it. Not the ending I kind of wanted, but hey. If you adjust that diode and lay the PS2 on its side, or like on flat, like horizontal, it will read consistently. Because that was like 3 times I got it to read. So I'm pretty happy with that. Before, it wouldn't even read at first time at all. So this is a great solution that I adjusted that laser. Yes, I will eventually get a laser for it and take it apart and replace it. But at least it's working now, and I've extended the life. Again, this console is the 3001 model. This came out in the year 2000, so this is an original PS2 that's had the same laser for 25 years. And a laser that's worked for consistently 25 years, and now that I've extended for maybe a couple more years, I call that a win because, yeah. It'll read a game every time. Which I think is pretty remarkable that it can read a game every time now. Now just adjusting the potentiometer. Look at that. Going from 3 minutes to start up to only about 10 seconds to PlayStation 2 logo. I call that a huge win. So, thank you guys for watching this ridiculously crazy video. I can finally end it. Oh my god. Alright, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Peace and high five.